Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm playing Fliptoons 2, the follow-up to Fliptoons that is its own standalone product but can also be integrated with the original. And disclaimer that I got a review copy of this one. And if you like the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our weekly podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So if you saw my original video on Fliptoons 1, nothing really has changed here. It's just a whole bunch of new cards, an entire new set of starter cards, and a couple new very minor mechanics. There's the return mechanic, which you can see on this crab. What that does is when it resolves, it sends this card to the bottom of your deck, so you'll have to flip it again. Not a big deal if your deck is 6 cards or less, but otherwise you might never see the card. And then also, I don't have any of them at the moment, but some cards have a little fish icon that shows they're a fish card, and other cards will key off of that. And you can combine sets 1 and 2. What you do when you do that with the giant market, since combos are going to be harder to find, you add a second 3 to the left end and a second 15 to the right end, and you have a market of 7 cards instead of 5, just so there's more options and more opportunity to, again, find combos for cards. But here I'm playing a pure solo game with just set 2. I'm playing at the highest difficulty, which means I've removed 23 cards from the deck. And if you haven't seen the game before, how solo works is I'm going to be buying cards and upgrading my deck and flipping out 6 or more cards a turn. And I'm trying to get to the magic number, 30 fame, before the deck runs out. And the game is going to throw away the leftmost and rightmost card at the end of each of my turns. So I need to rush to find my combos if I want to be successful. But let's go ahead and flip and show you the new starter cards and see how we do. So I'm going to flip a top row of 3 and a bottom row of 3. Okay, we've got mosquitoes that are zeros. The spider is worth 1 on his own, but he also gives 1 for each card below him. Grasshopper is the exact opposite. He likes cards being above him. And the ladybug is worth 1, and combined with the mosquitoes, they're kind of like the caterpillars from the main game, in that anything that's adjacent to her costs 3 to dismiss instead of 5. And there's also a new starter card that would be in if I wasn't playing solo instead of one of those 3 mosquitoes, kind of like you take the skunk out of the base game. The firefly is worth 1, and if you have the least fame after the check fame phase, you gain 2 more fame. So you could be 3 if you're not doing that well. But here I did the best I could possibly do. 1, 2, because the grasshopper's below the spider. 3, 4, because the spider's above the grasshopper. 5 with the ladybug. Not that it really matters, because I can only buy 2 things. Let's look at our options. Or I could pay 5 to dismiss a card, or 3 with the ladybug's power. But then I'd just be getting the exact same amount of fame next turn, so might as well try to get something good. If there is anything good, let's see. The rat in number 3, he's worth 1, and he stacks on the previously paced cards, so usually he's not going to take up any spot in my deck. And it says cards in the rat's stack cost 1 fewer to dismiss. Okay, and the opossum cannot himself be dismissed. He's worth 2, and he's worth +2 per pair of identical cards in my dismissed cards. Which realistically, the only pair I'm going to easily get is the mosquitoes pretty quickly, so eventually he'll be a 4. But he takes up a spot. I'd really love to have the crab, but I can't afford him yet. So I guess it's the rat and nothing else, I think. Okay, then we fill in, get a mongoose, which means the opossum and the rhinoceros are gone. By the way, they have added, I don't think this was in the original Fliptoons, you see how there's an X underneath the 3 and the 15? You can flip them to the X side to remind you to throw away the cards at the end of the round in these spots for 2-player play or for solo. All right, and then we fill in. We got a crow and a capybara. Oh, wow. Those are very high values, this 11 and 13. Oh, whoops. No, there we go. This 11, 12, 13 are their relative rank. And usually those don't cost 3 or 4, so I might be getting something really good next turn. All right, here we go. Mosquito. Rat goes on the previously placed card. Grasshopper's not going to get his bonus. Mosquito, ladybug, spider's not... Oh, this is a terrible turn. Okay, so neither of them got their bonuses, which could be better as you get stacking cards, by the way, because then it'd be like multiple cards above or below. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. I'm going to guess it's enough to get either of these. Let's look. The mongoose is a bit like the snake from the first set, which makes sense, since they are mortal enemies if you've read Rikki Tikki Tavi. So he's worth 2, and he dismisses the bottom card of my deck, unless it's a cannot be dismissed card, and adds the top card of the Toon deck to the top of your deck. So very swingy, might get something awesome, might not. Then the capybara is worth 2, but 6 if there are at least 3 cards remaining in your deck, if you're not culling much, but that's pretty dangerous early on. Yeah, so I think I got to go with the swing and try out the mongoose. In the game, you have 2 actions, like 2 purchases or calls per turn. But since I only had 1 fame left, I can't afford anything. And again, we fill in. We get a raccoon. Crab and raccoon are gone. And we got a salamander and another salamander. Well, there go my high-value options in the low spots. Well, let's see what the mongoose can potentially do for me. Okay, ladybug, mosquito, mosquito, mosquito. I'm not loving any of this. Okay, and rat does stack on the spider. There we go, jeez. Okay, so I dismissed the bottom card of my deck, which was the grasshopper, so it goes. Then I add this at the top of my deck, but it won't get flipped this turn. Oh well, what was it? Ooh! Oh man, it's not that great yet. Okay, so he's a shark, he cannot be flipped, he's worth 3, so that's still great for a free card. But this is an example of the fish. He says he's +1 per fish card that's face up in my rows. But importantly, he himself is not a fish. You would see that little blue icon there in the bottom right, elsewhere on the card. But still, that worked out great. I like that. Oh wait, what am I doing? I gotta count my, geez. I think the spider was at the bottom, so it didn't get their bonus. I'm pretty sure that's right. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gosh, man. I need to get that shark. Okay, so the salamander is worth 3, and it says, if the next revealed card is rank 1 or lower, return it, which means it'll go to the bottom of my pile, which is pretty great, actually, with all these starting cards. So sure, let's get a salamander. I was going to call some cards, but I guess not yet. And there we go. There's a fish. I'll try to get them now to combo with my shark. Sloth is the new highest card, another salamander. Okay. All right. Oh, mongoose. Dismiss the bottom card of my deck. Is the salamander at his bot? Gosh, freaking darn it. And then I get something random on top of my deck, and it's a goldfish. That worked out fine. Might need to cull that mongoose, though he's kind of too dangerous. Okay, then we got mosquito, we got spider. That all was terrible. So 2, 3, +1 per fish, including itself. So 4, 7, +1 per fish, 8, 9. I can finally do 2 things instead of 1. All right, maybe I keep the mongoose for 1 more turn, get rid of the mosquito, buy the goldfish that was at the 4 spot. We'll see how that works out. I'm really scared of the mongoose, but he could be valuable a little bit longer. I still have several starting cards. All right, we got another capybara and coyote and another goldfish. All right, we got the fish combo going. We got the goldfish. Sorry, I don't think I showed them. So they're worth 1, +1 for every other fish, and they cannot be flipped. And they are a fish. Again, there's that icon. Mosquito. I'm terrified of the capybara coming. Or not the capybara. Okay, he stacks on the previous card. Ladybug. Another goldfish. This is going to be, dismiss the bottom card of your deck. Come on. Yes! That's what I want you for, mongoose. And I get a free... Ooh, star! Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay, this is... definitely a good round, but I know I have to get rid of this guy because so many of my cards are good for my deck. But how much am I getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. Now that is more like it. All right, see, I am going to dismiss the mongoose for 5. I'm just a bit terrified of him. And I should probably call one of those mosquitoes, but should I grab something with my other 10? Should I grab the goldfish since I'm totally comboed up? Could also get the crow. When dismissed, you may hire a card in the market for 0 and refill immediately. So you just get him to kill him. Oh, I'm going to get the goldfish. Then I might slow down and just call for a few. Oh my gosh, a starfish? Oh, but he's gone. Never mind. Well, there go the possibilities of more fishy combos there. And the deck is getting very low. Maybe I shouldn't have played on hard. All right, let's see how lucky I get. Goldfish, cool. Ladybug, I wish you were gone. Goldfish, good. Spider with no below. Mosquito. Shark. All right, that wasn't too terrible. But I gotta call. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13. Okay, it's enough to call twice. Let's get rid of both of them. And then these 2 go away. And we got another rat and another goldfish. I might actually buy that. We'll see. Although just a bunch of goldfish by themselves doesn't necessarily win you the thing, although it can. I mean, if you think about it, if there were 6 goldfish only, they would each be worth 7 points. That'd be way more than 30. Never mind. A bunch of goldfish can win it for you. All right. Goldfish. Goldfish. Shark. This is going great. Starfish. I didn't show him yet. Okay, so he's a 4, and he says flip the previous place card unless it is not flippable and stack this card on it. And the shark is indeed not flippable. All of the undersea things are. Spider. Why are you still here? Rat stacks on top of spider. Ooh. Goldfish. Am I going to get everybody out? And a mosquito. Wow. All right, that was fantastic. This should be a lot. So how many fish do I have? 4. Right? Yeah, that's a spider. So 1 or 5, 10, 15. This guy's 18 plus 4. So 22, 26, 27, 28. I almost made it to the top already. I shouldn't say already. There's not that many cards left, but that's great. Oh, but yeah, that's right. The cards suck, man. Well, Panther's actually pretty good. When hired, dismiss a face-up card in your grid for 0, and he stacks on the previously placed card. So actually, sure, I'll buy him and the goldfish and trash the mosquito. And then if my stacking works out, I should be able to maybe get everybody out again, but with a few more points to push me over the 30-point threshold. Now, of course, doing that did get me more people. Oh, crud. Yeah, this is the final turn, y'all. Doesn't even matter what comes out, because there's only one card left in the deck. But I should be fine. I just need to, not have the panther or the starfish or whoever be the last person out. Goldfish. Goldfish. Spider. Okay, spider getting their bonus. That's good. Starfish goes on top. Oh, shoot. He does flip the spider. He got one of my flippable cards. Okay, I mean, not the worst. Panther stacks on the previous place card. Good. Goldfish. Oh, rat, where are you? Don't you whammy me. Good. Stacks on top of the shark. And goldfish should be 100% fine now. So how many fish are there? 4 goldfish and the starfish. So each of these goldfish is worth, what, 6? So 6, 12, 18, 24, 27, plus 5 is 32, 33, 37, 39. Blew it up. Awesome. Although, again, it was the last turn possible. So what do I think of Fliptoons Season 2? I think if you enjoy the original Fliptoons, it is great to get a ton of new characters. Again, there's not many new mechanics. It's just mostly new stuff. The return mechanic works fine. It's not, that amazing and exciting, not as exciting as stacking. And the fish mechanic is just okay for me because it can kind of go out of control, as you can sort of see here. Especially in solo if you get lucky and a lot of fish come out because there's nobody to compete with you. Whereas in multiplayer, somebody might hate to draft a few fish to keep you from just getting all of them. But the core experience is still great. It's like a deck builder matched with an auto battler in very quick fashion. It's like challengers, except even faster to play. And we still enjoy it quite a bit. Now, the big question is Season 2 or Season 1? And I would say because of what I just said, kind of the fish being a swingy thing that makes solo a lot easier when you get them, I would recommend Season 1 first for solo play. I think it is the tighter experience with kind of less busted combos. Season 2 just feels a bit stronger overall. For multiplayer, I think it's an either-or toss-up. If you want a slightly stronger season, like season creep going on, then I think Season 2 is great, but the original is still great too. But if you already like Season 1, I think you should just get Season 2, because then you can mash it all together, and that leads to some really interesting combos and fewer, fish proliferated wins. Because even though you have 7 cards in the market instead of 5, you're still not likely to get, all fish when you're taking out 70 cards of the deck or something in solo when it's combined. But yeah, still a very, very fun game. So I hope that was fun to watch. Thanks, everybody, and a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, Dan, J. William F., Steve Wren, KCW, Andrew R., and Chris C. We'll see you at the next stop.